Hey Guardians, today we will go through all the loot that you can get from the Wrath of the Machine raid, so stay tuned. Welcome back Guardians, in today's video we will go through all the loot that you can get from the 390 light level Wrath of the Machine raid. The 390 light version of the raid can be done at all times by adjusting the difficulty to 390 when you select the raid. Do note that the Adept Primary Exotics can only be obtained when the Wrath of the Machine is the weekly raid by completing the challenge mode. So without further ado, here's an overview of all the loot that you can get in each section of the raid. The first Vosik encounter does not provide any rewards, so once Vosik disappears, continue through the raid and the first chest might give you an exotic, Siva key fragments and Knuckles of Ale. The second chest also has a chance to grant you an exotic or Siva key fragments. The second part of Vosik is where you can earn your first loot. In terms of armor, this encounter has a chance to grant you the spliced boots. As for the weapons, it can drop the primaries, the Chaos Dogma scout rifle, the Fever and Remedy hand cannon, the Altar rifle, the Genesis chain, and the Steel Medulla pulse rifle. As for the special weapons, you can earn the sniper, the Machina, the Quantiplasm shotgun, and the Zeal Vector sidearm. As for the heavy weapon drops, we have the Materia machine gun and the Sound and Fury rocket launcher. When this is the weekly raid, it will also drop the exotic version of the primaries, and you will be guaranteed to earn an Adept exotic primary when you complete the challenge mode. By completing the challenge mode, you will also be guaranteed with 1 Age of Triumph ornament, Siva key fragments, and you will also get a special emblem to reflect the challenge mode completion. After defeating Vosik, you can use your Siva keys to open the chest on the left hand side for the normal mode loot, which has the chance on granting you the Quantiplasm shotgun, the fusion rifle Eve Nova, and the normal mode version of the boots. The chest on the right facing Vosik gives you the hard mode loot, which can grant you the Machina sniper rifle, the Zeal Vector sidearm, and the hard mode version of the boots. When you continue towards the Death Zamboni encounter, there are 2 chests that both have a chance on an exotic, and they will also give you Siva key fragments. Once you finish the siege encounter, it can reward you with the gauntlets and chest armor. As for the weapons, it can give you the Materia machine gun and the Sound and Fury rocket launcher. And you also receive some Siva key fragments as well. Also here you can find the normal and hard mode loot chest. The normal loot chest can drop the Sound and Fury rocket launcher, gauntlets and chest armor pieces. The hard mode loot chest can drop the Materia machine gun and the spliced version of the gauntlets and chest. There is a final chest when you head towards Aksis, which can grant you an exotic and some Siva key fragments. The first phase of Aksis has a chance on dropping a class item, ghost and artifacts. And the final encounter can drop a class item and a helmet, and as for weapons it can drop the Chaos Dogma scout rifle, the Fever and Remedy hand cannon, the Altar rifle, the Genesis chain, and the Steel Medulla pulse rifle. Also here you can get the Adept exotic versions of these primaries and a guaranteed Age of Triumph ornament and an emblem for completing the challenge mode. Other rewards are Siva key fragments, sparrows, the Nano Phoenix ship and shaders. If you are still missing any rewards, you have the option to use your Siva keys to open the normal loot chest for a chance on the Chaos Dogma and the Genesis chain, or the normal mode version of the helmet. Or you can use the key for the hard mode chest, which has a chance on rewarding you with the Fever and Remedy hand cannon, or the Steel Medulla pulse rifle, or the spliced helmet. So that's all the loot for completing the Wrath of the Machine raid. Here's again an overview of all the possible loot drops throughout the sections of the raid. Don't forget that the elemental exotic primaries can only be dropped from the challenge mode at the second phase of Vosik and the final Aksis encounter when this is the weekly raid. So that's it for the video. A like is appreciated if you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more Destiny content, tips and tricks, and weapon review videos. And as always, I will see you in the next video, Guardians.